Here's an expanded version of part 1 for your story. They lived together for 60 years, but before her death, the husband learned a terrible secret, written in simple English and engaging style. John and Margaret had spent nearly 60 years together, their lives intertwined like the branches of the old oak tree that stood as a sentinel outside their cozy home. Their days began as they always had, with the morning sunlight filtering through the lace curtains, casting patterns on the breakfast table where they shared a quiet meal. John, with his weathered hands and gentle smile, would pour 2 cups of tea, one for him and one for Margaret. His were always a bit stronger, just the way he liked it. Margaret, still graceful at 82, preferred hers with more milk. They sat in comfortable silence, occasionally chatting about the news or reminiscing about days gone by. After breakfast, Margaret would tend to her garden, her hands skillfully nurturing the roses and daisies that added color to their life. John would watch her from the porch, his eyes following her every move with a mix of admiration and deep affection. Their afternoons were spent in leisure, often with Margaret knitting by the fireplace while John read books from their extensive collection. They enjoyed simple pleasures, like listening to classical music or watching old movies, their laughter filling the room during the funny scenes. Despite the years, their routine never felt dull. Each moment was a thread in the beautiful tapestry of their life together. Sometimes they would take slow walks in the park, feeding the ducks at the pond and holding hands like 2 teenagers in love. People often remarked on their enduring affection, wondering aloud about their secret to a long and happy marriage. John always replied with a smile, "It's no secret at all. Just love her as deeply on the last day as you did on the first." Evenings found them at the dining table, enjoying meals that were more about the company than the cuisine. They talked about their children and grandchildren, proud of the family they had raised. After dinner, they'd sit by the window, watching as the sky turned from pink to a deep twilight blue. Margaret would lean her head on John's shoulder, feeling the familiar comfort of his presence. As they prepared for bed, John would often say, "Another day down, my love," and Margaret would smile, squeezing his hand. Their life was a collection of such days, filled with ordinary moments that became their shared treasure. Little did John know, as he looked at his wife's peaceful face each night, that a secret lay buried in her past, a secret that was about to surface, challenging the very foundation of their 60 years together. This introduction sets the stage for a deeply emotional and engaging narrative, ensuring the audience is captivated and invested in the journey of John and Margaret.